Greetings, folks. This is Tim from Box Stock Garage. Got a quick, a quick Thursday night update on the Glory Days of Drag Racing group build, sponsored by Joe over at Big Sky Model Workshop and Tiffany at Dirt Road Cinderella. So I'm working on the 1950 Austin Drag Coupe, and pardon me. Very early on, they have you start attaching things to the body. So I needed to take care of the body. I needed to get the painting done. And of course, I wanted to clear coat. So I needed to get the decals on and get them clear coated. So that's where we're at. I've also done a little bit of work on the interior, which I showed the pan the other day with the hammered aluminum. So got some work done on that. Got the seats put in. I might make up some belts. I'm not sure yet, but I think I might do that. So door cards. I did go ahead and use the liquid mask. So the interior, the quote cloth, is the flat red. And then I detailed the windows and door handles. So that's one of the front ones. That's the other front one. And again, the outside is the Mythical Maroon, which is the body color. And then the two back ones with the window cranks for them. So those are all taken care of. Now, let's talk about the body. So I got the decals put on. So it's a few coats of Mythical Maroon. Not sure why the decal doesn't want. There it comes into focus. So I got the decal on the side. Got the one across the back. And then a second one on the side. And the hood. Again, this is a flip front hood. So we got our printing services and angle on the side. A couple of angle decals on the front and our others on that side. Which I think is going to look pretty darn sharp. So that's what we're going to have there. And then the doors, because again, the doors open, those door cards will get glued in. So there's our doors. So a few coats of Mythical Maroon, decals, a couple of really light coats of clear. Actually, I shot the car with clear before I put the decals on. Then I did a bit more clear and then one more coat of clear last night. So I think we're good there. So, now it is, as silly as it sounds, it's time to do step one. So I've got to cut the glass out. And so I've got the clear plastic that comes with this. So I've got the stencils for the two side windows, the front, the back. And then after that, I can finally start doing the doors. Again, there's been a little bit of work done over here. So kind of jumping all over the place. But, a lot of these kits, you always start with the engine. We're going to begin by assembling the engine. Well, the engine doesn't happen until way the heck over here. It's called step 4, but these steps are, half a page. So, that one is step 1, and then you've got step 2 there. This entire page is still step 2 over to here. So step 2, quote, it's more like section 2 because it's all interior assembly. And then you got the suspension and then finally the engine. So looking good, happy with things. As I say, I've got to cut the clear, which is sitting in here with my spare decals, my leftover decals, I should say. So So there we are. So that's going to be my window material. And it did have, I think I mentioned this when I did the unboxing. You can see where a tire was against that. But I can work around that. I got enough material here that, I can take care of that. So pretty happy with things. Looking forward to this. Getting some more work done on this. But like I said, the next thing I'm going to do is get these windows cut out so I can start on that. Happy Thursday night to those of you who celebrate. And hope you've had a great week and hope you have a great upcoming weekend. So that's it, folks. Hope you all have a great weekend. Thanks for the answer so far to my community question from last night. I did not do a second video on the Lamborghini because all of the cool stuff that I mentioned in those other pieces and parts, I already mentioned last night. So check out the video from last night for the community question if you haven't already. And again, have a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend ahead. And as always, prayers to those out there who need it. Okay? We're a lot of folks in our community and outside of the modeling communities, folks in general are suffering. So let's keep them in our thoughts. All right? Have a good night, folks. This is Tim and Key, who's wandering around here somewhere but is playing hard to get tonight. Have a good one. We're out of here.